You see, this is what I was telling you. Kanye comes in a flood. He's like Katrina. Kanye's not gonna come in quietly. Kanye gonna come in a flood. Kanye is gonna come through, and what he gonna do? Flood the entire internet. He don't know how to do things gently. He knows how to do stuff in a storm. Now Kanye got about another month before his album comes out. So you got 3 more weeks of Kanye. And what is he doing? He's using 3 platforms to promote himself. He's using TMZ, he's using Hot 97, and he's using Charlemagne at Power 105. So he's got Ebro, Charlemagne, and Harvey Levin. Y'all part of Team Kanye. Y'all part of Team Kanye. So he's not going to use Rock Nation's traditional ways of getting things done. He wants to do this a whole different way. He wants to show that I don't need to market. I can market myself. I don't need a marketing team. Everybody gonna know it's Kanye season and this and that. I'm gonna just say some really outlandish stuff, and people just gonna be in shock and awe. The same way Trump got into office, that's gonna get me on top of the charts. Shock and awe. And that's why he admires this so much. Because he wants to go in there so bad. And because he wants to go in there so bad, and the fact he wanted to go and do all these different things, you know, it's a shame because they don't understand the damage. People who have their own personal agendas and try to act like they have a cause. You know, like I'm doing this for a cause, but the cause is self-centered. The cause is self-centered. Have you noticed every time Kanye talks, it's about him? He's not saying, "Oh, I'm finna do this because people this." He uses that to generalize him. It's about his pain. It's about what he's doing because of how he's treated. He. But then he'll throw out the generalization of everybody is going. You've all been lied to by the internet. You did this. His own insecurities as the reason. See, the longer Kanye talks, the more you get out of him. The more you get out of him, the more you see he's a person who needs help and don't know how to ask for it. He's begging for help. This is all he knows how to do. But he can't stay out of the public eye. He needs the media. We all can ignore it. Kanye can't. He can't ignore the media. He's addicted to what other people think about him. This guy went on TMZ, sat down and did an interview. On the same day, he releases the Charlemagne interview he did 3 weeks ago, which was dumb. He should have put that out live about 2 weeks ago. Here it is, May 1st. You did the interview like 2 weeks ago. Why in the world was you waiting to May 1st to let it go? A month before your album is released. Then at the same time, you go on TMZ and do another interview, which would make the old interview look outdated with Charlemagne. So now that that's dated, you need something else to go along with it because people are going to listen to that anyway. But then you say 400 years of slavery was a choice. Poor choice of words. Like, how do you just go through that and y'all just stood there and took it? No, because you don't understand, Kanye West, because you're looking at something very general. At that time, they were on a land they had never been to before in their life. Let's say they overthrow everybody. They don't know where to go. What do you think happened to blacks when they were freed, Kanye? You think it was a big party that they were free people and no longer slaves? Do you know realize that some of the slaves went back to the slave master to work for free just to stay out there? White people were killing them for sport. They was like, okay, they ain't protected by the slave master now, so I could just kill them and hang them. So it was not safe for black people who was trying to find refuge and make homes. They were terrified because they were being hunted down by other whites who didn't like the fact that they were free and were killing them. So those first years, they're trying to survive, hoping the next generation of children that they have will come up. They all had that hope of just so that the next generation of children would do it, not just themselves. They wanted to endure just to survive enough so that their children will be the ones that come along and free them and free the people. The hope. So when you say it was a choice, they made a sacrifice so that we could survive. But your ignorance of words is only going to offend the entire masses of people. Because you don't think when you talk, you just like somebody with Tourette's, you just let out all your pain. Then he blames the media for him going out getting liposuction and getting hooked on opioids. That's you, Kanye. That's you. That's another personal choice on how the media made you feel. Don't throw it out and say the media lied to us and tell us what to think. It's not the media, it's the world. The world's been doing that since the beginning of time before you, back when you was making your records. First had your college dropout and you didn't care nothing about it. They were doing it then too. But now it affects you because you care about the perception. You care about the perception of what others think, Kanye. And that's why you are in the boat that you're in. Do you think a Jewish man would align himself with a German man who was friends with Hitler? Saying, oh, I know that wasn't you, But you align with people from the KKK. You align with Hitler. They're your friends, but you're not them. So I'm cool with just you, no matter who you align with. Do you think that would ever happen? How do you think they would view that person? The other Jewish people would view that Jewish person that did that. Friendships are based in the majority off of who are people aligned with. If they're aligned with a negative energy or energy of people that you don't associate with, you be like, man, you're not a cool person, but I can't be down with what you're doing because you aligned yourself with these people. Donald Trump has aligned himself with people who are white supremacists, who have been known to be Confederate flag supporters, racist, race dominant people who didn't have our best interests in mind. Those people he aligned to, what do you think they care about you, Kanye? So when you sitting there chilling with Trump, and then you are surrounded by these other people who want to hang, lynch, and murder your forefathers, your parents, your cousins, your nephews, your nieces, who think you are all unworthy as humans. And he's aligned himself to those people. That just goes to show you never really knew him to begin with. But now that he's in office, you're starting to see the people that's actually behind him because it's finally being exposed. He only associates with you because it's good for business. It's good for him. He was never your friend. That's my friend. No, he ain't your friend. And the fact that you have that illusion that you are a friend of Mr. Trump, that's where you are right now. You see, Don King was his friend. I've met Mr. Trump plenty of times. He wanted people to call him the Donald. Him, Robert Kiyosaki, and others at the real estate events here in Chicago at the Don Stevenson Center. I don't remember seeing you there, Kanye, not once. You was his best friend. I don't remember seeing you on the campaign trail. Do you see Don King out here really? Nope. He support him from afar. He's not championing Donald Trump everywhere he goes. He got a I support you, but because you're my homie. But other than that, I ain't gonna be with you. They done business together. That they were business partners. But now that he's in another business that don't align with what they're doing, Don don't have to be involved. But yet, Ye wants to continue to push this narrative like he's freeing the people or he's doing something for people. When in genuine, with his whole genuine appeal is him doing stuff for him and only him. So now we got to sit back and wait for the music, right? That's supposed to justify everything he's done. So to justify everything that he's done, all he has to do is make some hits records, and we will all forget and bounce to Kanye's music. That's to a degree because he's trying to get into office. He want to be the top most streamed artist again. He want to be back on the charts. He want the conservatives to get behind him and support him and push his album where he's trying to free the blacks' minds by working for the Republican Party and the conservatives, by trying to get blacks to come over to the Republican side. Why? For money. All his, I'm on a crusade, I'm doing this, it's all for money. Now he's going to start to do a little something for the city. Like, oh, I'm going to get a program in my mother's name, and I'm going to do something for the city, something for the youth, to try to say, oh, I'm going to do something Obama didn't do. You know, just so it's not about, once again, it's not about the kids. It's not about doing something for the youth. He wants to try to do something to throw dirt in Obama's face so he can make the conservatives happy. So everything's done with an agenda with Kanye. And it's all for money. So Kanye Day is almost over, but you know he's not done. He will continue to berate people and attack them and infest YouTube. He's gonna continuously make news until his album comes out. So so that's about it. I got none more else to add to it. I just think the brother needs help.